Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure. A single pipeline transfers all crude oil from their fields to their refinery. Strike both the pipeline and the refinery. Target: oil refinery plant and oil field. Use the pipeline as a reference to...
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
Focus on our
damage.
6.
Alert, body
Oh,
damage.
fine.
Alert, body
Take
damage.
you. Yeah, take off. Enemy target located. Focus on our 6. On our left. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Great shot! Focus on our 6. On our left. Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Bring through him! Enemy target located. Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Here! Oh! I'm losing him! I'm losing him! Let's return to mission, buddy! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Halted.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight.
Caution. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy target
Alert,
located.
body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Locked on.
Warning,
Missile
caution.
approaching. Guys! Guys! On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Enemy in sight. Bingo! Yahoo! Altitude too low. Climb.
Caution. Low altitude.
Enemy in sight. Altitude too low. Climb.
Caution. Low altitude. Caution.
Too low. Climb. Enemy in sight. Jesus! Altitude too low. Climb.
Caution.
Bingo!
Low altitude.
Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy in sight. Enemy
Caution.
too low. Climb.
Alert. Body damage.
The enemy has proved to have significant resources. This war of attrition is not to our advantage. We are now targeting key infrastructure sites. Target: Resources mining system and production plant. Intelligence reports stealth fighters operating in this theater. Remember that...
Enemy targets located. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. Enemy targets located. Take off.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
On our right.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body
Up
damage.
ahead.
Alert. Body damage.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Enemy in sight. On our left. Let's return to mission. Enemy in sight. Enemy up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Jesus, miss. Enemy locked on target. Line, take off. Great shot. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on Bogey on our 6. He's wasted. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Oh. Enemy in sight.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in
Alert,
sight.
body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight.
Great shot! Great shot!
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Enemy locked.
Great shot!
Alert, body
Too
damage.
low, flying!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
I'm losing him. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Oh. Jesus, miss! Bogey on our tail! On our right! Bogey on our six! Up ahead! Bogey on our six! Enemy locked on target! Fire! Shoot down! Take off! Enemy target located! Up ahead! Bogey on our six! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Green wasted! Enemy target located. Bogey on our six. Enemy target located. Take off. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our six. Take off. Enemy locked on target.
Great shot! Altitude too low, flying!
Alert, body damage.
Bogey on our tail!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy locked on us.
Alert,
Missile
body
approaching.
damage.
Dive!
Alert,
Dive!
body damage.
Bogey on our tail! On our right! Great shot!
Bogey on our six. Take off. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Great shot!
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Great shot!
Bogey on our six.
Let's return to mission, buddy!
Take off. Bogey on our six. Take off. Enemy target located.
Bogey on our tail!
I'm losing him. Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. locked on target.
Bogey at 12 o'clock. Altitude too low. Flying.
Bogey on our 6.
Altitude too low. Flying.
Low altitude, body damage.
Take off.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located.
On our right.
Enemy locked on target.
Bingo! Yahoo! Altitude too low. Flying.
Mission accomplished.
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure. A single pipeline transfers all crude oil from their fields to their refinery. Strike both the pipeline and the refinery. Target, oil refinery plant.
Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located.
Bogey at 12 o'clock. On our right. Great shot. Bogey on our tail. Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo! On our left. Up ahead.
Enemy locked on target.
Fire. Shoot it down.
Stay with it.
On our left.
Bogey on our 6.
On our left.
Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target.
Bingo! Yahoo! Altitude too low. Flying. Take off.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy locked on us.
Alert,
Missile
body
approaching.
damage.
Dive!
Alert,
Dive!
body damage. Alert,
Enemy
body
inside. Focusing on
damage.
our 6. Take off! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Wasted!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight.
Caution. Alert, body damage. Alert,
Enemy
body
target
damage.
located.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert,
Locked on
body
us. Missile
damage.
approaching. Dive! Dive! On our left! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Fire! Put it down! Jesus, miss! On our left! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! Bring back one! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Altitude too low. Fly! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Enemy locked on target.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
Return
damage.
to mission, buddy. I'm losing him. I'm losing him. Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. Bogey at 12 o'clock. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Wasted! They blew him away. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Bingo! Yahoo! Let's return to mission, buddy. Enemy in sight. Enemy targets located. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Bogey on our 6. On our right. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bogey on our 6. Enemy targets located. Enemy targets located. Enemy targets located.
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Jesus, miss! On our right. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. On our left. Mission accomplished.
Thank you.